Hi, it's Helena at Lighthouse Tai Chi with another well-being video for you. It's Christmas, as you can see from the decorations, and what better time to have another consideration of some well-being over the festive season. Today I'm going to talk to you about grumpy grandparent syndrome. Now, you may not even realise that you have this, okay, but your grandchildren certainly will. Right, so what's happening is you are looking after your lovely grandchildren that you love with all your heart, and you're trying to help your children out because they may be working, they may have to work right through the festive season, they may have had to work through the lockdown, and most of the time it's during the week you try to help out your family. Wonderful, fantastic. But what starts to happen is when it comes to taking the grandchildren to see you, the grandchildren start with the, oh, granddad's always grumpy, he doesn't want to play anything with me. Grandma's, is always shouting at me, she's too tired. What is happening is you've got grumpy grandparent syndrome. Now, your children are not going to tell you this because they probably really need your help. You may have even moved to be nearer to them since the lockdown of 2020. And that's wonderful. But what starts to happen is you're going to have an issue with trying to find that time for yourself. And the way that we hear that at Lighthouse Tai Chi is, I can't find an hour to myself in the whole weekend to join your Saturday club. I can't find time to watch a half-hour video in the whole week because I'm looking after the children and then I'm too tired. So what are we really doing here? We're building up a lot of stress, we're potentially damaging our physical fitness, and we're equally damaging our mental health. And we may think that it doesn't show, but I can promise you children are very, very perceptive when you're not okay. And they will be reporting back about grumpiness, certainly. It doesn't have to be like that. The one thing that you can do is try to find the time for your Tai Chi. Really prioritize that. It helps with stress, it helps with your physical fitness, and it gives you a more positive view on life. And that's what you want to be giving to your grandchildren when you're helping them, is helping them to enjoy their time with you. Now, me time and alone time is really, really important, okay? Don't be a martyr, yeah? It's Christmas, not Easter, after all. But once you start sacrificing yourself, you may think that people think, oh, it's wonderful and loving to do that. But the truth is, you'll be coming across in quite a grumpy way about it without even realizing. It can be a look, it can be just a simple word, and this is your family, yeah? And it's obvious to them, but your kids can't do anything about it. They need your help. So it's up to you to have respect for yourself, and then you'll have respect for others. Saying no, that hour is when I do my Tai Chi. This is for me so that I can help you, so that I can look after the kids. I can support you from a healthy position, okay? Saying no doesn't mean I don't love you. What it does mean is I love you and respect you, so I'm honest about my feelings and needs, okay? Now, how to say no. If you're somebody who really struggles with this, and we all do, and particularly when it's family, it can feel really horrible to have to say no, but it's a discipline. And it's a discipline not just for yourself, but for others. Now, I've come across this thing, what I call the 3 layers of change acceptance, okay? So the first time you say no to somebody and they're not used to you saying no, they're going to get annoyed. They're going to say, what's wrong with you? Why are you being like that? Yeah? Oh, what's wrong with you? Yeah? And you're going to get that. The second time that you say no, because you've stuck to your guns, they're going to be a bit annoyed again. Yeah, this isn't right, but they'll be more thoughtful because they'll remember last time you said no and you stuck to it, okay? The third time you say no to somebody for the same thing, they're going to go, okay, that's the way it is now. And you've accepted change, okay? It's a really important life skill. It's what will help you survive very difficult times and mental health challenges, is accepting change. Okay, so the first time you say something different to somebody or behave differently, they're going to be annoyed. The second time, they're going to be annoyed but thoughtful. And the third time, they'll usually accept it. Okay. Now, accepting change in others is the most loving thing that you can do. Shakespeare, in one of his sonnets, says, "Love does not alter when its alteration finds." And that is about unconditional love, which hopefully we have with our families. It's that unconditional love. Yeah, just because you've changed doesn't mean I don't love you, because you're my family. Okay, and that is another life skill we can learn. So as you're learning life skills by saying no, you're also passing on very, very important life skills, both to your children and your grandchildren. Things you're going to pass on. 1, how to love and respect others. Okay. How to handle rejection, because our lives are full of rejection. We don't get everything we want all the time. And we have to learn about handling that, not be deprived of the experience of rejection, but to learn how to handle it. We also need to learn how to set boundaries, so that when somebody says no, they mean no. And equally, when I say no, I mean no. And that can be really, really important, particularly with small children. It makes them feel safe if there are clear boundaries. The fourth thing you're passing on as a life skill is self-reliance. Okay, that you can't automatically expect somebody else to give up whatever they're doing because you need something. You've got to think things through and find other ways of working things out, and that is self-reliance. And that teaches as well not to be a taker all the time. Yeah, that when you ask somebody for something, that they have free will to decide whether they give it you or not. You're not entitled to just take. So these are all skills that teach you about maintaining and forming healthy, balanced relationships and friendships. So if you see that your grandchild isn't making friends, have a look at why that might be. It might not be what you think. It could be that they just think they're entitled to things and other kids say no and they don't know how to handle that. Okay. So when you give your time to looking after the little ones and to help your family, you're giving quality time and attention. If you've taken that 1 hour a week to look after your health, your mental well-being, and stay positive in life, you're not pouring from an empty cup. Yeah, you need to fill yourself so that you can give without any resentment. It teaches overall honesty, integrity, and compassion for others. Okay, so my message for today: if you don't want to be the grumpy grandparent that the grandkids don't want to go and see, yeah, or only come round when they're being looked after, not when they actually want to visit you, you've got to learn to say no. You've got to learn to take me time to build up your resources. And I certainly recommend doing Tai Chi or Qigong with Lighthouse, of course. So if this has been useful to you, if you enjoyed it, if it's made you think, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, and look out for more content. Thanks very much, folks. Merry Christmas.